Happy Sunday, friends. It has been a while since I hopped on and did my makeup. It's like in the mornings when I'm getting ready for work, it's at like, 6:15, 6:30 when I'm getting my makeup on, and I need to go so quick. And I know if I start doing my video, I'll start chatting away and then lose track of time and then be late for work. And yeah, so I haven't been hopping on then. And then the days when I'm home, I don't usually put my makeup on. So I just haven't been able to go live very often. Okay, so I'm just starting. I actually just put my June highlight, and it's amazing how quickly just adding a little bit of that June color correcting shade really just diminished that red, and honestly just really evened up my skin tone already just with that little bit of product. But I do that just to minimize my redness, and then I go in with my main shade, and I'm just going to kind of put it all over in a bouncing motion, and then I'll blend it in a little bit. Just gonna kind of do this quick. So I just wanted to hop on because tonight my family and I volunteered to do childcare at church, and we always try to give back a little time for childcare. My kids are out of childcare there whenever we have church events. It's like, if the kids are with us or themselves. Anyway, but for many years when we had infants, we would take them to church and, okay, hopefully I'm back. We would use that childcare often when, especially with our youngest, when the older two were in different church things. And anyway, so we volunteered to do that, and I wanted to do my makeup, and I thought this will be a perfect time. Hop on. I've really been wanting to play more with Crimson, the shade of the month. I should say, if you are watching, say hi. So I know that you caught the video. So I didn't even really do a lot of blending. I just put on my shade, my main foundation shade all over. I probably won't explain too much of what I'm doing. I just want to chit chat more. But if you do have questions about anything, please just comment below and I'll help you out. So yeah, we're volunteering for that tonight. So right now the kids are just playing, and I thought I would just quick hop on and do this makeup. So the shade of the month this year, Saint is doing a shade of the month. And over the last few years, they've done like shades of the season, shades of the month, different things. But it's always been lip and cheeks. And this year they're doing eyeshadows. So if you haven't seen, it's Crimson. That's what this month's is. All of our eyeshadows are $14. So Crimson will be available all this month or until it lasts, like if it runs out. So I am assuming, I haven't been told, you guys look at my Saint hasn't said this, confirmed it, but I would just assume that when we had the advent calendar in December, if you were following along in December, I was going live for November. I went live and I opened a new eyeshadow shade from my advent calendar every day. And these were the 12 shades. And so now they released that there is a shade of the season eyeshadow. So my assumption, which I think a lot of us artists are assuming, is that there's going to be a new one of these released. So I have them all so I can show them off. But this month is Crimson, this beautiful, like holly red. Like, I think it's going to be gorgeous. But I have also seen it being used for not just eyeshadows. Tonight, I actually haven't seen it as a blush, but I'm going to totally try it. And I've seen it as a lipstick, and I think that will be really pretty. So I have my foundation on, and I am going to go in with just a little bit of bronzer, just for a little added warmth. And then I am going to blend it all in. And Bella Bronzer is my favorite bronzer that Saint has to offer. It just really is a great transition shade for me. I think if you have like medium skin tone, it's a really great color bronzer for you. So I'm just going to quickly go in and just bounce the blush and bronzer brush around. I think I'm just going to stick to mainly this brush. I did go in with my detail brush. This one's my favorite for contouring. But there we go. Let me make sure I got all blended in. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and then I think I really like having a small end brush to blend in. Some days I use a perfector. I didn't get mine damp today. I've really, in the winter months, I have like been living with my perfector. I'll have to show that off here soon, but I don't know, I always bust it out in the winter. I just find that, I think it's because in the winter, our skin texture changes, especially if you're like in the Midwest where we have like weather gets really, really cold. Our face is just a lot more cold and dry, that I just need extra moisture. I don't know, but I just feel like I see a lot less texture in my makeup blends into my face so much better when I finish with my perfector. Do not use your perfector when it's dry. When it's small like this, it's going to just lift off what you just worked on. It's going to take off, and it blend in my bronzer. It's going to just take off all that hard work you just did with your makeup. So make sure you get this damp, okay? So let's get out Crimson and play with her a little bit. Like I said, I am going to try it as a blush. I'm going to grab just a fluffy brush. I might just use the big end of this. This is like the biggest fluffy brush we have. So all of our lip and cheeks, what that you use for your lips and for your blush, are cream. So we don't have powders, but all of our products are so versatile that I think I'm going to try this as my blush today, and we're just going to see how it goes. I just saw I have slow connection, so hopefully this works. Okay, so I'm just going to go in, pick up a little of it, and I'm going to go kind of light first, and then we're just going to brush it on and go for it. I've never used our eyeshadows, I don't think, as a blush, but it actually works pretty well. That's a pretty color, isn't it? So if you're like, oh, I need like a powder, maybe, you know, like we grew up, I mean, I even grew up, not that I wore a lot of makeup, but I grew up having powder blush. I'd never heard of cream brush until blush for a long time. But I think that worked out really pretty. I could even build it up a little bit more. Let's just go in a little bit more. Why not? I'm going to do a little bit more on my apples of my cheeks. Just going to make squishy faces. I might have got a little too much there, but we'll just blend that out. Like so. What do we think of Crimson as a blush? I think she's pretty. I think she gives you a nice, like, what do they call that? Flushed look? Or is that when you're flushed? I don't know. Like when you go out in the winter time and you get the cold, like on your cheeks, you get a little pink. I think it looks really natural. Okay, let's see what else we can do with this. Now for lips, I need to find my balm. Now, if you got the balm, this is the peach balm when it was on the, was it the Boxing Day sale? You got it for 40% off, I believe. Such a good deal. Here's one way that you can use it. I am going to grab, let me find the brush that I want. I'm going to grab the smudge brush, and I'm just going to clean it off a little bit here. I used it for eyeshadows a while ago, I think. But I think, well, maybe this one's going to be too, well, let's try it. We're just going to try it. It might be too big for my lips. I'm going to use the more domed end. I am going to get into my, sorry, I guess I should show it to you. I'm going to pick up a bunch of that balm and then tap it into my eyeshadow and make my own lip. Now, if you don't want to get that into your eyeshadow, I maybe shouldn't have done this. I don't know. I might have to clean it later. You can always put a little of the balm on the back of your hand and mix the two together. But let's try this out. Ooh. Look at that pretty color. So you could do this with any of our eyeshadows, mix it with balm. I had done it with our shimmers and made it into an eyeshadow before. Into like a cream eyeshadow. But I've never done it as my own lip before. So I'm just gonna keep picking up more. So if you have a favorite eyeshadow that you think would make a really pretty lipstick, here you go. Mix it with a little balm, mix it with a little lip gloss, or not lip gloss, lip conditioner, and you could totally do that. And if you want to make it a little more stark or even more matte, just pat it on like I'm doing here. And these eyeshadows are so pigmented. They last so long that I'll have to see how long this lasts, but I actually think this is going to last a long time and not come off as easily as it might, like a regular lip and cheek color. So I'm just going back in with a little of that balm because I like gloss. There, so that is Crimson, the shade of the month, on my lips. Okay, now let's do an eyeshadow look with it. So I am going to grab the eyeshadow brush if I can find it. Okay. I'm going to open up to all my eyeshadows and clean off this brush quick. This brush cleaning towel is so good for this, to be able to clean off your brushes without actually sanitizing them and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go in with this Crimson, and let me look at the time just so I know where we're at. Okay. I'm gonna pick it up and put it on with my fluffy end and just pack it on right here on that outer edge of my lid. Okay, then we're gonna do the other side. So I'm noticing that by putting that balm in the middle, I probably shouldn't have done that. I'll probably have to, I'm gonna let it dry a little bit and then scrape it off. So next time, if you're gonna make your own lip, I would actually just use your nail, put some balm here or lip conditioner or whatever, and then put a little of that and mix it together. I think you're gonna have better luck than what I just did. But we're just experimenting, you know, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna pack it on, get it nice and covered on that outer corner lid area, okay? Then once I get all of that color really on the lid there, I'm even gonna go in about halfway. Then I'm gonna slowly, I'm gonna pull back on my brush because I want a very easy, light, soft blend. So this is just gonna be a little less controlled. Then if you go like this, you get really, really controlled and you might overblend. This is a good way to just softly blend. Now, if you get to a point when you're like, this just is not blending enough, if you're doing a different eye look or whatever, that's when you can get in a little bit closer. Like I want a little bit more of a detailed blend here, so then I get closer. But if you want just more of a soft look, kind of just natural, just how it goes, then pull back, okay? Let's do it to the other side. So I just go where I put that eyeshadow down, and then I'm going to slowly blend in circular motions, bringing it upwards onto that brow bone just a tad. And then I got closer. My hand just naturally starts getting closer when I want to just really refine where I'm blending. There we go. Now you could just do one color like this and call it good. I like to add like some kind of shimmer. I think I might just grab Drift. She's just a really pretty color and shimmer. But I think before I do that, I am going to use this crimson. Even before I do that, let me curl my eyelashes quick. I like to curl my eyelashes before so I don't mess up this whole eye look. Okay. There we go. I'm going to grab the edge brush and use it as a liner. So I'm going to go in, even kind of where that balm is so that it becomes a little bit more sticky. And I'm going to line my upper lash. And it just adds a little extra definition to my eye there. Get some more. I gotta say, my kids, I think, are actually playing nice together right now. It's so nice to hear. I did warn them if I hear more fighting, because they've been doing it so often, that they'd be losing electronics. Does anyone else have to just do that? Like, I can't, like, they fight all the time. Okay, let's do a little bit more. And I'm going to bring it down underneath. About 3/4 of the way. And I make sure I hit that corner to kind of hook it to the top. Now, would you have to use crimson? No. I like the look of a little bit of red. I like bringing it under. Not everyone might like that look, but I think it's just really opens, I don't know. I just really like it, and it's soft still. Okay, now we're just gonna grab that quick shimmer. Like I said, let's do some Drift. This is just like a shimmery champagne color, and I think that will look really pretty. And I'm just gonna start in my inner corner and bring it out. And then use my finger. I might get a brush to blend that out, because it's not blending the way I'd like it to. So I'm just gonna place that Drift, use my finger a little bit to blend it, but I'm not sure I love how it's blending. We'll see. Hi, Pamela. Thanks for hopping on. I'm almost done. Just playing with a little bit of that crimson. So what I'm going to do, I kind of brought that Drift out a little too far. So like I lost a lot of the red over there. Super easy fix. Just go back in and tap it off and just do a little bit of that swirling motion to bring that red back. That's the nice thing about, you can always refix things. Go back and fix it up. Makeup, it can like always be corrected. It's okay. Okay. There. I think that looks good. My makeup might be a little over dramatic for my outfit today, because I'm wearing like sweatpants and a bodysuit. I forgot I had this bodysuit. Anybody else remember these back in like the 90s? Did you guys wear bodysuits with like the snap in the crotch? I completely forgot that I had it, and I thought, oh, this would be good with these sweatpants today. The only thing I'm not loving is that like you can see like the line. Finally, I decided like childcare, none of these kids are gonna care, but I used to wear bodysuits all the time, but I still remember those moments when you're like sitting in class and all of a sudden one of the snaps comes undone and nobody else hears or feels anything, obviously, but in your mind you're like, oh shoot, my bodysuit just unsnapped. Maybe that was just me, but I truly remember a couple of those moments. Not that it happened all the time, but I remember that. And then you'd be like, can I go to the bathroom? You have to go fix it. I've only worn this one a couple times, so I don't believe I've ever had issues. Okay, so I'm adding mascara. I do have a box that I got in the mail today that, well, I should say I didn't get in the mail today. I haven't checked my mail for a while, so I got it today because I opened my mailbox. But I got some happy mail from the Boxing Day sale that I got for myself. And I was going to open it so you guys could see what I got. Because there's one thing I've never owned before. And they're limited edition, and who knows if they'll ever bring them back. But I got to show them off to you because I think they're going to be so cute. So give me a sec and then I'll open them up. I got to get going here. I might have to open them later. I'm getting a notice that I probably should be leaving here. So in my Happy Mail, I got those mirrors, the rose gold mirrors. And I actually bought one for myself, but then like 5 others, because I thought those might be really fun gifts for next Christmas or like Teacher Appreciation Week or something. Haven't decided, but I bought them because they're like $5. So I'm like, I'll get them, and they're so cute. Who can't like put them, have like a little mirror? They're probably about that big. But I have that box. I will open that later because I better get going. But thank you guys for hopping on. Make sure you snag the Shade of the Season Crimson. And keep your eye out for all the other ones that come out each month. Last but not least, if you haven't seen, I've been posting about the artist birthday party. Basically, that just means that when Saint, Kara, our founder and CEO, decided to not sell Saint makeup in like Sephora or Ulta or any of those, which they were asked to do, she was asked to do, and she finally decided that the best way to sell this makeup was through having artists and influencers selling the makeup, because we actually use it and we know it and we want to show it off, right? So when she started that was back in 2016, I think that would be. So 2023, that's it. 2024? No, that's not right. That would be right. 2017, that's what it is. So in 2017, she officially set up the artist program. That is how I Am Your Saint Artist. And it's been going on for 7 years, and we celebrate always January 17th. And they always have a huge party on Instagram, but that also means there's giveaways during that giveaway, during that party on Instagram. Also, there are new releases, and if you have not seen these new releases, like, you need to scroll back because these new releases are amazing. There's a pink, beautiful monogram palette. It's like this, except it's going to be pink. It's like a dusty rose pink. Oh, I was like swooning when I saw it. There's also a new lip oil. There is a lipstick in a tube. Like, it's gonna be shimmery, sparkly, new eyeshadows in one of those square palettes that all of you guys want, and so many other things. And then last but not least, the thing that they always do in January on this artist's birthday is on that specific day. If you decide to become a Saint artist and do what I do and run your business however you want, but you have a team to support you, have me to help you. If you sign up on January 17th, you get, there's 3 different options of kits, but with each kit, there's an extra little surprise, a special limited edition palette they throw in for you. And I can tell you more about that. You can scroll through. I talked about the artist program recently. I will continue to talk about it because I absolutely love what I do. And you can always comment artist if you want to hear more information. I have a great, I have a great link I can send you that really just breaks down the artist program too. So I would love to talk to you about it. So look forward to that. I did think of one more thing. I really hope to grow this group this month. And so I think I know what I'm going to do. So basically grow my group just means you're inviting all of your friends, your family, you're telling them about my group, telling them about Saint Makeup, and you're just going to be inviting them to join this group. I want to like grow and reach more and more women and talk to them about Saint Makeup. But of course I want to like spoil you guys and show my gratitude for you guys for sharing and referring people to my beauty group. But I don't know what I want to give away. So that's you guys. If you're watching, please comment. What do you want me to give away? Do you want me to give away like a palette? Do you want some brushes? Do you want a skincare set? Do you want setting spray, brush cleanser, brush soap? I mean, anything. Maybe you don't even want Saint stuff. Who knows, you guys? If you think about, okay, if I invited 20 of my friends, 50 of my friends, and I get an entry for everyone I invite, what would I like to win? That's what you need to think and like leave it open. Obviously, there's like a cap. I can't spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but I would like to spoil you guys for referring me to your friends and family. So think about what you would want me to give away and do a drawing for that. And we'll be in touch and I'll be talking more about that soon. So I better go. We're going to do childcare tonight. And if you're just hopping on, this will be back in replay. You can check out how I used Crimson for all of my look today. So talk to you all later. Bye.